Hi, my name is Nicole Commissiong. I grew up in Montreal, Canada, but my family's from the Caribbean. I am currently the Chief Civil Rights Officer and Title IX Coordinator for the University of Oregon. I've been in that role for about 3 months. But prior to that, I was an assistant dean at the law school at the U of O for 11 and a half years. Um, and I came to Oregon to run track. That's how I ended up here. Sometimes people wonder how on earth you end up in Eugene, Oregon from Montreal. So I was on the track team. And interestingly for me, one of the biggest challenges when I got here was a little bit of culture shock. You might not think Canada and United States are very different, and in some ways they're not, but in some ways they are, especially because I grew up in the French part of Canada. And one of the things is I always prided myself in being a really good speller. And then my first few classes here, I realized, well, I started to think I'd forgotten how to spell. And then I realized Americans and Canadians spell very differently. Canadians use British spellings. So I hadn't forgotten how to spell. Americans just spell it differently. One of the really neat things about coming here as a member of a team is that you actually sort of immediately have a community of people. So, my family did not fly out to college with me, although they did when my brother went to college, but they did not fly out with me. But the coach, our track coach at the time, Mark Stream, picked me up from the airport and took me to where I was going to be living. And within a week, I was on campus and I went to a meeting, and there were like 35 other young women in the room, and I had an automatic friend group of 35 people. So that was a really cool experience as a student, especially coming from so far away. Um, I think for me, having been on campus so long and as a student and now working here, because I was a journalism and history double major as an undergrad, and then I went to law school here. So I've been on campus for a long time. And so I know a lot of people, and I feel like one of the things that I've enjoyed is getting to know people, and I've really built a community not only of colleagues, but the many students that I worked with at my time at the law school. I miss them dearly. They're such an important part of my life. And so that's very much been my community, the folks around campus, and especially the students here at the U of O.